Hey guys, back with another podcast, and today we have someone very special. Mandani, he is someone we are related. He is my brother, a great photographer, and I think most of you guys know him. He is Oscar Shrestha, and Dailai I have known him since I was very young. I think हाम्रो first भेट्ने it was somewhere in the hills. We were like talking about cameras because that's how it started. अनि त्यति बेला I was like, that might do something in photography field जस्तो लाग्थ्यो. So yeah, I'm about to pick him up, and अझै दाइको profession बारेमा and everything दाइले नै I think he'll tell you guys, right? So yeah, about to reach. Hi there, what's up? All good.
What's
poppin'? Yeah.
Nothing's popping. It's very hot outside.
That's what's popping. So there, how have you been?
I've been very busy, but not in a bad manner. It's a good way.
It's a good thing to be busy, right?
It's a good way to be busy.
Yeah. So yeah, I was giving an introduction about yourself, I
wonder what introduction did you give?
It's a surprise. I think you should describe yourself. So, who is Oscar Shrestha?
In fact, who is Oscar Shrestha? I'm confused by who is Oscar Shrestha. It's I am Oscar Shrestha.
Yeah.
It's nothing very fancy, but I am a photographer, currently filmmaking bunny. So I'd say a photographer and a filmmaker. And I've been getting myself into businesses. So as of now, I am a business owner, a current co-founder of Phase Zero. So that's a very short introduction that I'd like to give.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy.
It's okay. So what's your morning routine like? How does Oscar Shrestha start his day?
So morning routine is something that I wanted to change for the longest of time, right?
Yeah.
So it's been about 6 months that I've been waking up different, because it's a nice thing to do. Recently, what I've done is started going to the gym. It's been about 6 months when I like it.
Looking fit, eh?
But my day starts around like 6 o'clock. 5:30, the safety alarm goes up at 5:30. And after 5:30, I try to get up by 6 o'clock. So by 6, I'm up, and I try to get my, a pre-workout done, a little stretching. I don't stretch too much because it's still hard. And followed by, what I'd like to do is try to read. It's very hard to read sometimes because
in the morning.
Sometimes. If I want to read, I have to get up like 5 a.m. My mom wakes up early, and when she wakes up, it's I cannot read when there's movements around you. Stillness. I don't think it's a good habit for me. I want to get as much reading done as possible, but again, it's very hard because my mom's up already. She's got a radio on, and maybe some music. मेरो वरिपरि movement Buzz, radio, whatever there is. No, and it's harder. So yeah, I try to get my reading done. I need 7 a.m. I try to be at the gym always. It's hard, very hard still. I need very most of the office going people, they are at the gym already. Exactly. So that's where I'm a little bit very sad that I don't know. त्यही भएर म अलिकति डिलेमामा छु कि 7 बजे भन्दा अर्ली जानु पर्यो कि ढिलो जानु पर्यो कि टु अभोइड दैट ग्रुप.
तर त्यो भन्दा अगाडि पनि I think people will be there because बिहानको morning teachers they come at 5 and अनि त्यो नि हुन्छ. So I think तर तब मिल्छ भने त I think you should go बेलुका 6-7 तिर or like दिउँसोतिर. It's like the perfect.
Let me tell you what happens 6-7 तिर. Let me get ahead. Right? So gym I'm done by 9 and I don't do too heavy. I'm not that like एकदम into पनि हैन, but I'm getting into it. So 9 तिर I'm done. Get home, get fresh, nice. Kyle, like 10:30 तिर I try to eat my lunch name. Then I go to my studio at 11 o'clock and then my day starts त्यसपछि. And I don't know what happens throughout the day. But at the end of the day, it's always like I try to end my day with some editing after my they go home and I try to stay back late as possible. And this, but I just get some editing done. So Belka, it's a no to go to the gym.
So you work at night, basically.
My
productive.
Like, flow state once and you creator flow state. I need to get into the
zone.
The zone.
Yeah, exactly. My point is that Drati boyo, I get. I like to study and everything. That's bad. You wake up at 9-10. Like,
what time do you sleep?
Let's say I sleep at 12 and I wake up at around 7.
So how many hours of sleep that is?
7.
7.
Yeah.
7
normally no
hours
8 because gym I do gym but I do it so that I get good sleep. But I don't know. I'll say I don't know why I cannot sleep. A lot of
guess what time do I sleep?
Same, like 12 to relax. Let's say.
You could not be more wrong.
Well, I know that you can like sleep at 3 and wake up at 6 because I've seen you doing that. I know. I'm game nights.
Listen, I'm 9:30.
What? And you wake up at what?
Yes, 9 to 7.
No way, bro.
I get the best sleep that I can. 9:30 to 10 ma I'm lights off.
But it's a wonderful thing, right?
9:30 ma euta reminder aunts that I have to sleep panera.
Yeah.
If I'm at the studio 9:30 I want to be thinking I'm out.
Yeah.
Just brush your teeth. Just jump to bed. Like snap immediately.
You wake
that's
up
why I don't have to like. That's why I don't eat late. It's easier to fall asleep if you don't have just eaten and kind of
plus it's unhealthy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
I realized I've done a multiple like note if I sleep even like 10:30 past
it's fixed in your
gym it's really hard to find the motivation and if you force yourself out of the bed my body feels too heavy to move and that's how you might end up procrastinating your gym for that day. So that's why I try to sleep as early as possible. Fresh in the bed.
Oh, better fresh but I have tried it but always I think
but like morning shows the day, nah? What do you think?
Morning it's like hustlers, they wake up at 3 or like sleep at 3 when I stay. You might just work the whole night and sleep late and wake up late time.
I believe hustling culture, that one part I think that's too toxic yet.
I know handling capacity and how they like it. Just stop like a product banner product so it's different according to
surge but I try to shift it towards my morning. Drati is not going to be that too late for me.
Your late is like 9:30.
Yeah, the stay of late. I guess that's enough for me.
So you're not a party person?
I am a zero party person. I'm the most boring person you guys will ever meet. Do you agree on that?
I don't think you're the most boring person. I know.
But I am boring.
I don't find you boring. It's because I don't party this hard either. So like, I find it cool. Like, how old are you? 21, 22?
22.
Yeah, 22 you're career oriented and everything. I know you're like focused. 30 something you work your ass off and then you can party. 30 to 40 you can party. You might have a mood swing and you party then you can do it. And when your friends they are working their ass off, you can like actually like take a step back and you're like,
that's one way to do it.
Because I think
it's like a head
your
start.
body can handle it, no?
It's like a head start. But you know what's the definition of party for me?
to be
like, what's your party like? Like, what do you think is a typical party like? I'm a Nepali culture. I mean, what's been there?
I'll not get into what a party looks like, हैन तर for me मलाई चाहिँ party कस्तो होस् भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब you be around your friends, हैन like आफ्नो friends चाहिँ हुनै पर्यो, and then do what we all like, like हैन अब I don't smoke, हैन I don't drink really. Yeah, do you drink? Do you smoke? I don't.
What do you think?
I know, you tell us. I know the answer, but
you know the
but
answer,
there are a lot of people that they wanna.
I'm zero on drinking and smoking.
Yeah,
that's why I told you I'm like a very boring person.
I know that does not make you a boring person. Like.
It's for like harder. It's harder for a lot of people to relate. Like, you guys, you want to smoke when it's people just ask out of so the other person the I'm khanan this and khanan so I mean, they also do the same. I don't feel offended anything. Like, yeah, it's okay. You guys smoke now. It's okay. But like, for me, like, my friends have been like that. I mean, I don't care if you guys smoke or doing whatever you do. And like social setting, when we are like partying, it's not gonna be wild, no? Up all night, like let's go clubs, jump club.
The loud music and
that's
everything.
it for them. Like, last time I went to a party was मेरो साथीको दाइको wedding, and post wedding we went to यताउता supper club here and there. It was रमाइलो भयो, and I was with my bestest friends.
Yeah.
अनि रमाइलो भयो, but it was like 12 बल्ल छोड्यो, and I'm starting to sleep. मेरा आँखा आफै बन्द हुन थालिसक्यो. I'm having the hardest time. I'm supposed to drive everybody back home. I
have heard, like, you're the driver.
And I'm supposed to drive everybody back home, and then I'm sleepy, super sleepy. But me and my friend Malika, we don't usually, like, we are usually ekdam chutera bassam.
Yeah.
And we, apart from drinking, and we are not that big of a party people. And it's sitting in the लाग्छ के എല്ലാരും मलाई चाहिँ. And त्यसपछि दुवैजना घर जाउँ, यिनीहरूलाई कसरी निकाल्ने, कसरी फगाउने जस्तो हुन्छ के. Because by 12 I'm like Cinderella, gone. before the clock strikes 12 I'm like out.
Okay, let's move on to the business side, so how did you start everything? Like, your photography part suru garum, and then we'll move on to the business side.
Photography.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one cool puja I made today?
Oh, exactly.
That one cool puja, we have a photo.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
If you find it, just stick it up over here.
Yeah.
And that photo, I guess we were super young.
Yeah.
I mean, that
was like first time that's the first time we met, right?
Like boleko bheteko.
Yeah.
Because we were together the whole puja, na?
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, it was all these smaller moments, like smaller dots that just connected to make a bigger picture. I never thought that I would be a photographer. Neither did I like pursue any courses.
Yeah.
I just happened to over time garदै you know what happens. Hey.
Yeah.
So that's how it started basically. Family, friends, we used to have a small camera, very old camera. We used to work Tiger Camp used to have a camera, and once it's all on some way, I found that camera, started taking pictures. I loved it. And you start getting more and more fun. But I never thought that it would be something professional. Nobody showed it to me, right? Idea कसैले भने थिएन यस्तो गर्न मिल्छ. I always thought that to be a bigger photographer, it would take me a lot of gears, take me a lot of time, practice, experience here, there.
Well, actually, let me interrupt you. So, your dad चाहिँ भन्नुभयो नि, he thought that he needed a lot of equipment, हैन? If you guys see what I'm working with right now, you guys will laugh, okay? So just start with whatever you have, हैन? So
it's
that's
always
it.
With whatever you have.
Yeah. Daiko pani, I know that what you started with and what you have अहिले, हैन? We'll get into it पछि, हैन? So yeah, please continue.
Yeah. So basically, to sum it all off, it's not gonna be about buying the biggest gear and then becoming the photographer. You find the photography in you, you realize you love the thing, and then there was some moment in my life that somehow guided me there. So my college ACE, plus 2 गरेको मैले ACE मा. So ACE मा चाहिँ we used to have some events. Like so त्यो events मा चाहिँ के हुन्थ्यो भने it was an opportunity for me to bunk my classes. म क्यामेरा लिएर पुगेको थिएँ and म्यामहरुले त्यसरी पुश गर्नुहुन्थ्यो, but म्यामहरुले चाहिँ after school गर and it's all the time you can get बसाले बसा वाला भन्नुहुन्थ्यो. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense after school. But I tried to bunk my classes as like कस्तो गर्थ्यो होला लाग्थ्यो कि मलाई, and camera लिएर टक्क स्याहार्दै गएर खिच्न.
Morning student कि day student?
I'm not the morning student. So yeah, only one time they like kind of paid me to do a shoot.
Like I don't know, I think I first.
I don't know. It was like once. If you're a student of AHS, a high school student, you're not allowed to try to pay a student to do your work.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not a rule, okay, and but you're not allowed to. But मैले चाहिँ school level को पाएँ के, which is not, I'm not affiliated to the school नि त.
School level.
So उहाँले चाहिँ त्यसरी गर्नुभयो कि गएर स्कुल गर्दा कम्पेन्सेसन हुन्छ यहाँ त्यहाँ भन्नुभयो. And yeah, like why not, हैन? I'm यसै पनि गर्दा, so might as well get paid for it.
Yeah.
Then garda, and one thing left to another, domino effect, whatever you like to call it. Here I am. So that's the basics, a lot of stories that help me, it's not always straightforward. You get off track, you have the tokens, you bounce back, get into track, it's always like that. This is the thing.
Did you ever feel like quitting?
Of course, because when we are so young into doing things like these, I feel like we're very distracted by anything that's shiny. So anything that's shiny and glittery, we'd be like, oh, that's the next cool thing, I want to do that. Yeah. You jump the bandwagon. देख्ने बित्तिकै हाम फालिहाल्छ कि, like, no, यो गर्ने गर्दा अनि maybe sometimes you might get off track. I mean, I wanted to become a football player for the longest of time.
I thought you'd be a MotoGP racer or something. Because
I would have loved it.
Where?
I would have loved it. But yeah, it's you begin to realize, okay, once you get into it, you'll realize that this thing is not for me. Sometimes you gotta take the wrong step to know the right step. You gotta sit the I talked about the same thing last night, so funny how this popped up in my head. So a lot of moments, instances where I thought that I would quit, but if you were meant to be, sometimes you're just pushed back into the same place again somehow.
So
do you believe that?
Destiny aligns you.
I guess that's a fancy word to say it that way. Destiny.
I hope destiny, please bless it up on me through some like quicker.
It's you can be like
I'm trying things I know.
I see you doing a lot of different things, and this is one of your new endeavors.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best, bro.
Thank you so much.
You're my own brother.
Horny.
So
alright.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
So I had to shut you off. I had to no.
Should I say it?
Don't stop right over there. Yeah. So that's how it happened. So photography ko चाहिँ basically त्यही होला.
अनि त्यसपछि how did phase 0 start?
Phase 0 ko story, it's such a fun tale to tell. So phase 0 भन्दा धेरै अगाडि 3 years त्यो अगाडि sneaker elements.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I loved the sneaker elements for the longest of time. But over time, you have to know that what's gonna work. You should know when to quit. What do you believe? Like winners never quit once, any? I think it's very controversial sometimes. There's two sides to a story, so winners never quit. Winners know how to quit.
How and when
they
to
will
quit.
But they know how to quit and when to quit. Kuni kurala give up kun bela dinu parcha, that will make more sense. त्यो पनि याद हुनु पर्छ because if you like start something and you quit and you do nothing about it, that's losing. That's quitting. But if you're doing something right and you realize that no, this is not the way, or this is not the time,
or this
is not the time. I don't have the resource yet.
To get into it.
So I guess then it makes sense that you quit and you postpone it maybe. Or you use that knowledge and use it somewhere else. So that is something that happened to us. So Sneaker Elements, we had to stop the business temporarily. I mean, it's still temporarily shut, but we've not announced it that it's going to be closing forever. I mean, forever, but then it's going to come back.
Market down, but obviously you'll get back to it.
Exactly. So Sneaker Elements, we were dependent on the vendor, basically.
Yeah.
Vendor le juta laye, हाम्रो business चल्यो. Vendor le juta ल्याएन, हाम्रो business नचल्यो. Borderमा के भन्छ ट्याक्स इम्पोजिसन हियर देयर त्यो बढी भन्सार बढ्ने बित्तिकै हाम्रो कस्ट बढ्ने हामीले कस्ट बढाउन नमिल्ने हैन सो मार्जिन पनि सानो हुँदै गयो झन् अपरेटिङ कस्ट हामीलाई गाह्रो भइसक्यो त्यो so then we realized that hey okay so this is the situation maybe we can do something better about it हैन what we gained in that many years was experience okay we gained contacts we know a lot of people by now and धेरैजना मान्छेलाई चिन्यौं हामीले who like we have great mentors I mean we didn't shy out to ask for help to anybody because our seniors obviously they've started businesses a long time ago and I guess they learned the same way that we did. Nobody went to entrepreneur school. Nobody went to business school specific for that particular business. सबैको hit and trial बाट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ के.
Oh yeah.
Try गरे भएन. Try something else भएन. Try something else भयो. Maybe let's just see where this leads us to. No? It keeps on moving forward and forward. Yeah. So हाम्रो त्यही हो. We did our learning point. So we learned from Sneaker Elements. Then we took it to Outfit Elements. Outfit Elements was our denim customization, clothing painting but again we learned something about that made us realize that that's not the perfect time for the market because denims as of now back then like if you take it like 4 years earlier we used to rock that blue denim white t-shirt kala pant everybody denim jacket were in
trendy,
super in मलाई मनी लाए मैले कति लाए I have 2 really good customized jackets for myself मलाई त एकदम मन पर्छ I have it but अब चाहिँ realize के हुन्छ भने then we used to realize that okay the market isn't asking for a denim jacket it's really hard to find a position for yourself in the market when nobody is asking for it demand is and supply कसरी गर्छ basically so demand create गर्न पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ नि त त्यो बेला and then okay so there also a learning point okay then what so then this was pandemic right so post pandemic so post pandemic we got an idea सबैलाई गर्न मन लागेको कुरा रहेछ कि क्लोथिङ ब्रान्ड सुरु गरिदिउँ न त बिकज चाहिएको कुरा मैले पाएन so from the very line चाहिएको कुरा मैले पाएन के किन्न जान्छु चाहिने कुरा
पाउँदैन कहाँ किन्न जाने
exactly and where do we have a reputed brand that हुन्छ नि that I can be proud of something that I can be proud of something that I can wear without like I can just stand up for the brand कसको छैन I've never brought it like that एकचोटी किनेपछि त्यहाँ फर्केर गइँदैन किने पनि it's going to be of like other stores that just bring it off of China or Bangalore whatever it is Bangladesh whatever it is
so it's all
that's the bit but for Nepali brand we didn't have anything so every single like hint that we got it all made sense के यसले पनि सपोर्ट गरेछ यो कुरा पनि सपोर्ट गरेछ यो कुरा पनि सपोर्ट गरेछ then that's obvious गर्दिम भनेर ड्याममा सुरु भयो के त्यसरी but I tell you it's one of the most difficult endeavors we've ever embarked upon अनि रमाइलो पनि टन्ने छ
well following up on like this answer of yours like कहाँ जाने कसरी गर्ने what do you think how stable is the market for like a young and a new entrepreneur or a businessman to like start their own journey into the business field कतिको stable छ market and how easy is it to like set up their own business or like a new idea
I mean like following back on the thing that I said about asking people for help so we ask for a lot of help not just help but we advice from existing business owners most of them one of them is Latido Bilal Dai ra Saugat Dai hununcha we asked little help here and there understood what's what like we didn't ask them how do I do it Dai we wanted to know how the market is because this was the clothing oily like if I have to talk about your question coming back so market is gonna be not always supportive, but you gotta get people to support you. You have to make sense to people. It's not just about somebody having the money and buying the product you have. No, you have to. Your product should stand for something. Your product should have a vision that कोही मान्छेले मेरो ब्रान्डको लुगा लाइरहेछ भने that person should stand up for my brand if there is anything. त्यतिको लेभलको हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ कि.
So what's the meaning behind your brand? Why should people wear your brand? You don't.
So there's a lot of things that I would love to tell. It's a tale to tell again. So yeah, phase 0, because there's a lot of other individuals that's tired of having not the best quality of clothes available for your wardrobe. You want something that's here, but still somebody that's buying the clothes here are having to spend कति पैसा दिनु पर्छ हुन्छ के. अनि why does somebody have to break their bank? Why does to wear a product of Nepal? Make in Nepal it's supposed to be cheaper, but I understand why it's not cheaper पनि, by the way. I understand why people have to price their products way higher. So for you guys to wear phase 0, I guess you guys should understand the brand, our vision, and it's a in-depth thing. So basically something that I can wear, something that I can be proud of. Nepalma bhaneko, I am super patriotic. I wouldn't tattoo Nepal on my chest, but I love my country. I want to do something here. I never thought of going and settling outside. So patriotism, make in Nepal, promote, come on, it's high time that we do something for our country, no? So phase 0 is gonna be one of the endeavors that one of the journeys that we've started, that's gonna help overall, Nepal's overall economy lift gonna help. That said, my friend told me that, and I think I love that very much when he said that Nepal's overall GDP ma पहिला जतिको टेक्सटाइलले उ गर्थ्यो नि, हेल्प गर्थ्यो, अहिले त्यति कम गर्छ. सो why cannot Nepal be like बङ्गलादेशको लुगा राम्रो हुन्छ हैन, त्यतिकै अपलिफ्ट त गरेको नि त टेक्सटाइल इन्डस्ट्रीले. सो नेपालमा पनि त्यस्तै केही हुनुपर्छ के. So overall, it's a long vision. I cannot explain you why you have to buy my product. No, you have to come try it, you live the experience. How is it and everything else? So like, okay. I'll just be trying to sell you guys something. यसरी भन्दै बसे नि त मेरो क्वालिटी राम्रो छ, डिजाइन राम्रो छ, ओरिजिनल डिजाइन.
And what's the vision behind phase 0? That's the main thing. So
it all matters like that, okay? So there's a lot of depth that you can go to, but
yeah. So following up to that,
I don't want to be selling you things like that. This idiot.
Well, I know the sponsor of our video, Zui Feme.
Oh yeah,
I know it's a brand.
Yes, exactly.
It's a brand. Promote
yeah, the sponsor.
Yeah. So Zui Feme, as I've told you guys, is a. Do you know about Zui Feme?
Of course.
Yes. So he knows it. So
why would I not know about it?
It's made in Nepal plus imported pani, I know. So we have mix of both any bags, and we're getting bigger bistari अनि हामीले अब आफ्नै कस्टम ब्याग्सहरु पनि बिस्तारै निकाल्दै छौं जुरी फ्यामिलीले. So yeah, it's we just focus on females. Focus on females and yeah. So girls and guys too, if you want to gift it to your girlfriends or Didi, Boyni, whoever, I know. Please check it out, Zuri Feme. Right over here, phase 0 पनि हुन्छ है. Go check out phase 0 too. So yeah, that's that. So back to the podcast, back to the serious thing.
Yeah.
Let's stop the business thing for a while, I know. Wow, how?
Thank God.
How would your parents, I know, describe your work? What do you do? Like, what would your parents say to That's a
nice question. That's
how it's different on the go.
That's when it's like a little different from
Or
what we think. Like we think that. My parents usually tell that, stay something office college business college that's what they tell. They are very serious about it. They know that I've been doing better than before. And as of now for phase 0 they've not fully they don't really know how our revenues are, right? So for them to take it seriously right away, it's gonna take time. No? Results to the so anywhere you go to the bank or you go wherever, you have to show your forecast. Results cost sales cost. So before I show that, I've not shown that yet. And once I do, I'm sure they'll take it more seriously. But as of now, they just say that
it's not the right time. It's not the right time to show it to them.
I'll get the time. I mean, our figures are good. But I want it to be better for them to see it first, man.
So, if you don't mind, are you guys profitable? Are you guys?
Yeah, we're profitable. It's a profitable business. But again, I just realized, not just realized, but I've been starting to realize that you're a debt, you take loans. It's the evil. It's evil. Money is evil, you know. But there are reasons why people take loans to do businesses. मैले phase 0 बाट थाहा पाउन थाले कि how much an investment is important. अनि कहाँबाट ल्याउने पनि बुझ्दै छु क्या अब चाहिँ.
So you have investments, or do you have loans?
अब त loan में छ.
Loan में. So guys, we don't have any he's 22, yet. Sorry. So he's 22 and he has loans. I know. He's taking risks for his better future. So this is how like on the go is trying to empower you. It's like goro, no doro, don't be scared. At the end, you're young, right? The only thing that could go bad is you'll fail once, twice, thrice. The fourth time you might win. So I know. So that's that.
One thing I really like about starting young. It's a personal opinion, but when you start young, you usually are, I mean most of us, we usually are, not all, but we are blessed to be with our parents.
Yeah.
And when we're starting young, when we are like, Drati young boy, when we have somebody to fall back on.
Exactly.
It's a cushion, and the fall is very cushion. You have a soft landing. Even if you try, you fail, you
have your parents.
You have your parents, at least as of now, right? So we are blessed to be in that position. Once we're older, like as we get older and older, we'll begin to realize that we don't have that much of a cushion as we had.
You don't have time. You don't have the ability to take risks.
You should be certain.
Yeah.
A little bit about baki sa wala hamro age pani, but at one point you have to be sure that this is going to work. So when you start late, you might not be in the position to take that fall, because you might have a family by then, because some people, I mean, that happens.
Family, but you cannot take risks.
You might be supporting your family more by then. I know. So then it is a little bit more riskier. So when you're starting early, it's a big help. So I guess I'd love to say that starting early helps you take more risk.
Definitely.
Risk liन help.
Definitely.
Risk assessment भन्ने कुराहरु सबै कुरा, it's easier then. So yeah, start early. I'm पनि entire motive त्यही हो. My team, I have 2 other members. I'm a co-founder of Ujjwal and Season. So दुवैजना we believe the same. We all believe the same thing. कि risk लियो भने छिटो लिनु.
ढिलो नगर भने तर प्लान्ड रिस्क लिम भने जे गरे पनि हैन
पनि प्लान रिस्क भन्ने रहेछ. त्यो पनि बुझ्दै जान्छ. Because all these things that we see and we hear, and somebody tells us, मैले नि तिमीलाई भनिहाले कि ल, I tell the audience risk छिटो लिऊ भन्छ, but it's not going to make sense to you guys until you try it. किन चाहिँ रिस्क लिऊ छिटो लिऊ भने मैले सुन्थे. I used to listen to everybody who's been helping out doing businesses here and there. हैन, सबैले भन्नुहुन्थ्यो छिटो गर, जे गर्नु छ छिटो गर. यो every advice that they told us first May, I don't think we understood it 100%. Okay? We understand English, we understand Nepali, so we understand what they're trying to say. But why? The essence के छ त्यसको deeper meaning के छ? हैन त्यो चाहिँ पछि बुझ्दो रहेछ कि I now understand why it's easier to take risk अगाडि early.
त्यो बडीले नै ह्यान्डल गर्न सक्छ क्या I think हैन because it's very less to like think about and worry about के at this age के गर्नु पर्यो सर हामीलाई all you have to do is like if you're a student you have to study हैन that's it if you want to start something learn and be
पछि गरेको pressure it's too high. It's not too high but it's higher, so if you start if you've done something before you'll be able to do it easier the next time हैन एकचोटी गरेर कुरा गर्न
सजिलो हुन्छ धेरै सजिलो हुन्छ नि
अहिले ट्राइनर कुरा एकचोटी गर्दाखेरि गाह्रो भयो
it's like carrying weights के हैन एक दिन you do 20 kilos अर्को दिन 20 kilos सजिलो हुन्छ it's like same so gym गर्न थालेपछि I was like oh gym
I'm not a gym rat but I love gym वाला jokes and बुझ्न थालेछु बल्ल बल्ल
I know I find it so much मलाई हैन अब I'm at this position where I'm like के गर्ने हैन मलाई पनि के गरौँ हुन्छ हैन अब अनि सब कुरा हुन्छ कि अब एंजाइटी हुन्छ लाइक नट त्यस्तो एक्सट्रिम बट हैन कहिले रेज हुन्छ कहिले के मिक्स इमोसन्सहरु भइरा हुन्छ हैन you go to the gym you carry weights हैन you work out 2 hours मा it's all gone के you come back you eat you talk to your family family is very important. I mean that's how
something that I've not been the best at maintaining kinabane okay like I go get up super early I come back super late धेरै उ गर्न पाउँदा interaction जति हुन्छ
do it
I have to be better at it that's all that better
because nobody's gonna take care of you like your family and yeah that's how I deal with some of like मेरो emotions. How do you deal with your emotion like a business ma up and down हुन्छ अब photography के stress भइरा हुन्छ हैन it's common and how do you deal with it?
Overall I'd like to say that I'm not that much of a person that takes stress. My anxiety is not that high. Anxiety levels is high and I don't stress as much that I used to. I used to stress too much. I used to think too much. Mata super overthinker थियो बेला. Plus 2 मा danger थियो.
That's what I'm going through. Yeah, like overthink a lot.
I love to say the fact that I was able to take myself out of the situation. I'd like to say that I am proud of myself to be able to understand the situation and understand what's more important and take myself out of the rut that I was in. Not that I wasn't in. I'm speaking off of experience. For me it has worked, so I'd love to say that
how did it
like even when I'm trying to relieve some stress, first of all talking helps. I know if talking is not for you, go कुनै पहाडमा जाऊ गएर बस एक्लै
or take a run as simple as take a run.
The running is fun. I mean it works for some people. It doesn't work for me because I'll गइहाल्छु म त स्टामिना धेरै छैन त्यस्तो कुरामा चाहिँ. I don't run, I just walk. So what I do is my recent favorite thing to do has been going to कुनै पहाड पहाडको टुप्पोमा गयो त्यहाँ गयो just sit there for like an hour or so केही नसोच्ने म त I think I can make my mind blank.
That's a wonderful thing.
मैले त नसोचिकन बस्न सक्छ के यतिकै I can be vacant and just like त्यति गीत सुन्न हुन्छ because for me has been like music is the most powerful thing that I've ever had. म अहिले भर्खर त्यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म यति छिटो आयो है. Honestly I think I was very fast because पेट्रोल सेट्रोल भरेर जामसाम देखेर पनि I was in a very good mood. काम लागिरहेछ पोलिरहेछ but still I was in a good mood because I was listening to some music. Very cool music. 1974 sometimes people चाहिँ गरे कहिले सिधै फेरि ACDC my music has no filter by the way किनभने कामबाट काम
के मुड भएर हुन्छ एक्ज्याक्टली हो कहिले कहिले लो-फाई जानु मन लाग्छ कहिले कहिले रक एन्ड रोल जानु मन लाग्छ एक्ज्याक्टली.
So yeah मेरो लागि चाहिँ it's music.
What's your like go-to music अहिले like what do you listen to like your top 3 songs that you listen to?
On loop. It's really hard. I'll have to see because I listen to like मेरो अहिलेसम्म proudest thing my Diddy's bought it for me for the first time. Spotify, okay? Like अहिलेसम्म my data is always on. So my Spotify ले कति data खाछ होला मेरो अहिलेसम्म
4-5 GB.
59.2 GB. I'm always streaming music kind of guy.
something
इन्स्टाग्रामको चाहिँ म भन्दिनँ कतिले चाहिँ इन्स्टाग्रामले कति छ होला गेस गर त इन्स्टाग्रामले
त्यो स्पोटिफाई 59 भनेपछि आई थिंक 80
293
shit
त्यो पनि अझ यो त क्लियर भएर फेरि एकचोटि भइसकेको but I'm not proud of it. I'm अलिकति shameful because I am a lot into social media. So phone जहिले चलाइरहन्छ मैले गाली पनि खाइरहन्छु. But I like to say that I don't always waste my time when I'm on my phone because again I have to look at something that's interesting, something that's for phase 0, something that's for my own content,
up to date,
aspirations lead on. So I have to be up to date. I have to see like if my customers are happy about something, if they want to know something. I try to be as available as possible for people to ask any questions if they want. I'm always checking my DMs. Plus, like if there's any help, I try to explain. I won't say that I'm always going to be right, but I'm going to say my POV, my point of view.
You're always there to help. That's a good thing. You guys can like literally ask him for help, and he will help you. I know. And you can find you. Where can they find you there? Where can they find you? How can they reach up to you?
They can reach up to my Instagram, my email, or my Instagram. It's where I'm mostly active.
The link will be down below in the description. Don't worry, guys.
Thanks.
Ani like YouTube pani cha, so
YouTube, oh my god, YouTube ko the series to I have like 4 vlogs in line, but I've not been able to take it out. Guess why?
Because you don't think it's up to the mark or something.
Nah, they're amazing. One of them is
it's too controversial.
One of them is a camping vlog. And in the camping vlog, I've showed how we've camped, how we've set up the tents, where we found the wood. काटेको छैन भुइँको भेटाको हो सबै झरेकोहरू हुन्छ कसैले काटिदिसकेको हुन्छ के त्यहाँ अब but again campingको छ. The other one is our first ever trip to Dwarika's Dhulkhel. Holy shit, that place. It's the epic videos, but there's one video.
Why?
I need 2 other videos of us taking a trip from Kathmandu to Chitwan to Bandipur to Pokhara to Kathmandu.
The trailer it's hot. There's a trailer, but
that video is so epic for me.
Why is it not up yet?
Too, but like camera, I cannot see my face. Insecurities.
Insecurity. But the annoying like say that after work later.
I had a big pimple on one of them, but not just that. I was
scar the foot
scar story is funny. So big pimple, but the pimple wasn't the problem because I don't really care about it. But the thing is, I had a wide angle lens, but I didn't distortion got the best of me. Okay? So my face was a little distorted most of the time, and I wasn't able to hold my camera up higher. Okay? Because whenever I hold my mathi samadeni pachpista tala jhardyo ke. And then yataबाट खिच्दाखेरि this is the worst angle you can get for yourself.
Sad.
I have like one day I'll just be like fuck it. अनि हालिदिन्छु जे परे पर्छ अनि नोटिफिकेसन अफ गरेर बस्दिन्छु जे परे पर्छ कमेन्ट मी यार I'm ugly, it's okay. I'll take it with
I know
tear in my eye.
You're not ugly, like everybody has their good side, like
their
good
that's what
angle.
you said to like unfortunate people,
bro, like not like so you have to be what's the example who's like perfect, get a picture perfect, like in every angle, like from every angle. Who's there? Like I don't think there's anyone who's picture perfect.
That there's
who,
but I won't tell. It's a secret. It's a secret for the comments to guess who's the most picture perfect people you've ever seen.
Yeah, please guys, please do say. Check our notes out, I know.
Okay, shoot me another question.
Alright. I have like a lot of questions getting up. I like to so but I don't wanna go there off topic bunny. I mean like let's stay to the core. Like I'm a core focus money go to empower the youths, I know, through youths. So if I have not told you. Youth! Yeah, youth! Biceps that's higher, but yeah.
Youth!
Ooh, 6 months, 1 week.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks.
6 months.
Yeah, I had this super ass good question to ask you. What's the one thing I know that people are generally surprised, when they hear about you, like they find out about you.
Funny how people find me rude, yeah. First, before talking to me, they be like
before talking to you, or
they find me rude that I'm not gonna reply, I'm not gonna. Why?
You would never do that.
If you know me at all, I'm not a I speak my heart out whenever I am with people.
Yeah.
I like listening to people's stories.
At least you see, like, if you come up with hi.
I like meeting. It's because I am an extrovert. And I love hearing stories of people. So I don't mind if you guys just come and talk, say hi, hello. Why are you guys scared?
So that's the one thing people generally surprise,
and also they don't know how tall I am. And they
how tall are you there?
I'd like to say I'm 6, but I think I'm 6 because most of the time I'm a little slouching. Who sits up like this every single time? Yeah. No, it's always like
Guess who's taller? You are.
This guy, can't believe this like pass us the bicycle. Mathi is the badminton खेल्दा यस्तो अड्क्यो भने यसरी यसलाई बोकेर यसरी झारे हुन्छ.
I don't know. 6'2" पुग्यो, 2 पुग्यो, 3 त पुग्दैन.
I don't know.
2
पुग्यो.
अब बढ्यो भने राम्रै हो. अब I'm working on my weight अहिले त. खाँदैछु, गर्दैछु.
मलाई चाहिँ ठिक्क लागिरहेछ आफ्नो चाहिँ. I don't want anything more or less.
तपाईको चाहिँ ठिक छ नि.
Occasional back problems, but it's fine.
It's so hard to build, like to destroy and build bhanda ni haina, to like build from like zero. Okay, I'm a skinny person, I have to build. It's so hard for me. If you can resist food, then I think it's easier for you guys, like for fat people.
Resist food.
I think you can.
Guess what I had last night?
Naan.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, naan stories to kati.
4 जना साथ छ हामी. स्टुडियोमा 3 जना हामी को-फाउन्डर भइहाल्यो उज्जवल सिजनमा. उज्जवल लेभी हो अर्कोलाई युडी लेभी र म अनि वी हेभ अनदर डिजाइनर अनि दक्षिणा. सो 4 जना मिलेर वी ह्याड लाइक 5 वटा नान 6 वटा नान 2 करी 2टा फ्राई मोमो एन्ड सबभन्दा बढी खाएको मैले.
ठिक छ त्यसो भए
बचाएर
I was like only 6 naans भइरहेको थियो मलाई त.
सबभन्दा बढी खाए मैले के त्यहाँखेरि. That's the problem. उनीहरूले थोरै खाइन्छ मलाई सिध्याउनु पर्छ. सिध्याउन खोज्दाखेरि खाएकै हुन्छ and you'll regret it. But I didn't eat it like that late, so it was good.
Naan, मैले एक naan खाएँ. Last minute was a naan. So yeah, bro, fished on that.
In sync.
Yeah.
Still in sync.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Samrant, if you're watching this. Thanks for having me, Zo. And yeah, let's move on to
Happy birthday, Samrant. What's up, Brant?
Samrant.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Samrant.
Yeah, cool person and a family partner. I look कति पछि हिजो हैन, like in the prayer, like त्यो हुन्छ नि पिकनिक्सहरुमा हुन्छ नि like musical chairs and everything. कस्तो 50 जस्तो feel भयो. It was so much fun.
Over time we get so accustomed to something that's नयाँ खाले parties भन्दा पुरानो वाला पहिला तरिकाको was
so
धेरै
रमाइलो नि.
If you throw me in a ball pool, I would be there the entire day. पहिला बेकरी क्याफेमा
बच्चा बेलामा एलिसमा हुन्थ्यो.
एलिस हैन मलाई बेकरी क्याफेमा थियो. I don't remember too much playing there because I was very young. त्यो बल पेटमा खेल्यो, ड्यामडुम बल फाल्यो, कुन्चेले यताबाट उता फाल्यो, उताबाट यता फाल्यो, लड्यो, चाल्यो, फेरि हाम फाल्यो.
त्यो I think अब with time अब मान्छेहरु अब like बच्चाहरु भनौं न, like they're stuck with their phones and everything. We go out.
I find it very funny त्यो कुरा.
म त घरमा गाली गर्छु. म त के रे सबै एकले बसेर खाइरहेछ भने युज योर फोन हैन, सबजनासँग बसेछ भने डोन्ट युज योर फोन.
Yeah, so I'm guilty of that. I might use my phone, but I'm very attentive still. When I'm using my phone, I'm not shutting my ears off.
It's rude, right? It's rude, like.
It depends what the setting is. Come on.
हैन म भने generally suppose हैन म तपाईसँग बोलिरहेको छु हैन.
If you are talking to me, there's one thing. So the setting अनुसार.
Oh yeah.
तिमी कुन setting मा बसेछौ? So if everybody's very अब socialize गर्ने time, not nobody's going to be speaking their entire minute when you're even sitting on the dining table. Sometimes people enjoy quiet. Yes. खाना खाँदाखेरि it's not good to talk with your mouth full.
Obviously manners.
त्यो कुरा नि आउँछ नि. So you people like I sometimes feel like when you're spending time with the loved ones, it doesn't have to be always talking with them. You don't always have to be talking. You don't always have to be interacting. You can just coexist in the same place.
Yeah, Tara, you can use your phone, right? Tara, don't watch videos. That's annoying. Like, सँगै बसेर खाएर बेला फोनबाट आवाज आउने. I find it so annoying.
I always tell on my sister when she does that, and she does that to me too. कहिलेकाहीँ a video play भइदिन्छ झुकेर. It's not always deliberate, but sometimes Instagram can be super loud.
Yeah.
You used to scroll and आवाज आइरहन्छ. And I just look at her and like, she understands. Sometimes the same thing happens to me, and she's like, "Babu, what the hell?" Okay, that's what it is. But that's very rude. And public setting, mapani, don't use your phone out too loud in public settings. It's very rude.
It's very rude.
My definition of fun, kya hota hai?
Yeah, what's your definition of fun?
You do whatever you like, but don't disturb other people. It's gonna be fun for me.
What do you like to do?
Like now, if I'm sitting with any of my friends, right?
Yeah.
Public place ho bhane I have to be ekdam aware hunchu that I don't disturb anybody else.
Yeah.
Even if I disturb somebody else, I'd really love to say like sorry, I'm very sorry. It's just a while, like I had to apologize later, or just later give them a smile, hoping they'd understand that I'm trying to say sorry.
Yeah. Guilt trip huncha ni if you don't do it.
I'm very sorry. Yestari bhannma लाग्छ. I don't want to be very loud in public. So je gare gara, like do whatever you like. That's gonna let you have fun, but don't disturb other people when you're in a public place.
Definitely don't.
मलाई त अति लाज लाग्छ when I do that. Like झुकेर नि भयो भने if I like somehow am being too loud when I'm laughing, एकैछिनमा guilt आउँछ के मलाई. Like the person is coexisting in the same place. He's also leading a life. Maybe you're having fun. Maybe the other person next to you is not having the best day. You're just contributing to his worst day.
Worst day. But I think enjoy sometimes you can be loud. Read the room. Yeah, that's
read the room.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't read the room, you're just
you're an asshole.
You're just a big asshole if you don't read the room.
Exactly.
There's always going to be a tone in the room.
Yeah. एउटा हिजोको एउटा भन्छु है. लाइक मेरो त्यो साथीको बर्थडेमा होइन, उसको मामाले चाहिँ he was giving a speech होइन, अनि I would like to thank my dad and mom भनेर. अब त्यो अङ्कल चाहिँ was एकदम फ्रेन्डली के, अनि he came up to us, he was like partying with us होइन. अब पुरै जोक गरिरहेको थियो होइन, अनि पुरै हाँस्दै भन्दै थियो. एकैछिन ड्याड एन्ड मम कुरा म हाँसेँ कि, सबले मलाई हेऱ्यो कि होइन. I was like, what the hell, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? होइन. बिचरा ड्याड र मम चाहिँ बितिसक्नु भएको रहेछ होइन. I was like, the fuck? He's remembering his dad and mom, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh shit, sorry. The uncle was so much, and so read the room, don't be, after when guilty feel huncha पछि, and don't be an asshole. So yeah, that's that.
Don't be an ass.
Yeah. So following on that, what's your guilty pleasure?
Food. It's obvious, should be obvious by now, dude. If I have to eat, I can eat every single hour or so. Like not every single minute. That's just being like unhealthy, but kind of ramen like.
Did you have a guilty pleasure?
मेरो guilty pleasure भनेको एउटा त habit के हुन्छ नि, म खुसी हुने बित्तिकै म खान थाल्छु. के भएको छ?
खुसी त, oh my god.
If I'm having a good time, I go out and buy snacks and hey, snacks. Everybody, look, food.
Food त.
Let's eat something, and they're like, भर्खर खाएको मैले.
Is that the way to your heart?
Yeah.
Good food.
Yeah, good food.
If a girl wants to impress you, and if she cooks well.
Like just make me. I don't like sweet stuff. I'm like 40% I'm done. A chocolate bar, 40% I'm done. I cannot.
Much chocolate, yeah. I just like dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate. Momo, it's a must. Ragatma momo sa.
Momo. See, momo is the best thing you can do. Momo ulto ke huncha.
Just momo ulto.
Om.
That
is the way.
Om is so peaceful.
That is the way of life. यस्तो गर्दा मोमो के सेप बन्छ हातमा. अनि यो माथिको दुईटा तीनटा चुच्चो भयो नि, त्यो माथि यस्तो घुमरो गर्छ नि.
So it's connected, guys, religiously. There's so much. Are you religious?
I'd like to say I'm like not fully religious, but I believe in God.
Yeah.
But I don't go over the top for anything so religious. But I like to pray through my heart, you know?
Yeah.
Like genuinely I pray sometimes, but I'm not loud about it. I'm religious, but I'm not doing everything.
Yeah.
But yes, I am kind of religious. Halfway there.
So like morning, like so peaceful. I'm getting into it, I know. Like I find it so good. Like त्यो om, the whole word om ne, it's so powerful. Keep watch the om. Like it helps me. I don't know if it helps you or the people who are listening to it, listening this. Give it a try. I'll say give it a try.
You know, like I don't say om.
Huh? You might have some other word.
I don't say anything. I'm very silent. I just zero volume sunni huncha siddai.
You like peace.
Like that's how I do it. If I had to meditate, it wouldn't be saying anything because once I'm speaking, once I'm saying anything, like be it om, I know om is super powerful, I know.
Yeah.
But when I'm saying something, that will make me think about it. Okay, om भन्दा पनि म om सोच्छु. And then when tele मलाई यताबाट उता ढल्दै लाग्छ thought. But I'll just zero in. Okay, I take it blank.
Yeah. So much, I'm a heavy believer of that. Only breathe. You need to breathe, bro. For everything and anything. Like, people will be like, oh, I'm going to not like that. Like, you're going through something, take good breaths. Like, heavy, like, long breaths. Even in sports.
Yes, I did a recent project for one of my clients, but he's not a client anymore. He's more like a brother for me. Like, still we are working together. But his name is Sean Linehouse. He is practicing yoga and is teaching yoga too. And usko sabai sessions ma I'm behind the camera. I'm monitoring everything else, what is happening, lights are sabai thik chha and all the audio monitor here there sab thik cha haina. I always like find myself looking at what he does and practicing what he does if I can, because what he does is like ekdamai garo kuraharu garनुहुन्छ. But what I've realized is how breathing is important. I so want to
start yoga. Do you do yoga?
Not exactly yoga, but I take some inspirations from yoga and try to incorporate them into my daily life. But nothing super fancy. It's basic.
And the basic yoga postures.
Breathing is yoga.
Asanas, yeah. Different asanas. I started following someone like Sadhvik. I'll put the account here. Like this is a girl, Sadhvik Yoga or something, you know, and she teaches asanas. Just for every problem in your life, there is an asana. You know, and just when I do try it sometimes, and I try it and it really helps. So yoga is one of the things, guys. Definitely.
Yoga is beautiful, but I'd love to try it, practice it, but it's not what my current state of mind is not going to allow me to.
Yeah. So one day eventually everybody, if you want it, you will do it. If you feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Got me well, right? It's so hot.
Because I'm breathing. Breathing helps you cool down.
Oh, yeah. You can trick your brain to feel cold, right? Literally.
You know what I can try something.
What?
Listen to me. You're breathing manually. Now your breathing is manual. You have to breathe जबरजस्ती. अघिसम्म automatic भइरा थियो. Now you realize कि अब त मैले सास तानेन त लिँदैन सास. यतिकै छोड त. लिँदैन सास. Well, if it's a try and just people call me asshole for making them feel that way occasionally लागि.
Controlled.
If you just like manually breathing हुन्छ क्या कहिले काहीँ, that's very hard. It's supposed to it happens automatically, but once you like make them aware that they're doing this, they'll realize that and सासै लिनु गाह्रो हुन्छ त्यसपछि.
Breathing the cycling गर्दा पनि.
So you cycle a lot, that's really nice.
also have start monsoon.
कसरी सक्छ तिमीले अस्ति एकचोटि भेटेको त बाटोमा
बाटो त्यो त म त एकछिन एक्सिडेन्ट
ऱ्यान्डमली यु टर्न लिँदै थिएँ कुन साइकल आएर जोतिन आयो यस्तरी फर्केर हेरेको
मैले पनि तङ्गिएर
I met you at Balota, you cycle all the way to Tokha.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you do you just do that or you just take a bus and put your cycle on top of the bus?
I do it. I like cycling. बच्चैदेखि हुन्छ नि
लाइक मान्छेले यताउता हेरेको कोही छैन माथि चढाएर दाइ तोखा चढाए
I love it.
You cycle a lot.
तर it's like
Kishore cycles a lot.
Dad चाहिँ अब dad पनि यहाँ तर अहिले चाहिँ we both have some monsoon मा चाहिँ खासै साइक्लिङ गर्न मन लाग्दैन के
Yeah, happens.
Yeah. So basically त्यही ब्रिदिङको कुरा हो त्यो के अरे साइक्लिङ गर्दाखेरि पनि अब उकालोमा त स्या हुन्छ नि होइन तर इफ यु क्यान कन्ट्रोल इट होइन सजिलो हुँदो रहेछ कि बिकज आई ट्राइड इट होइन त्यो सब उकालोहरूमा सो द्याट्स द्याट ब्रिदिङको अनि
मैले चाहिँ स्पोर्ट्समा याद गरेर आउँछु
स्पोर्ट्स एनी स्पोर्ट्स चाहिँ तर नट साइक्लिङ मैले एकसम्म
हामी त फुटबल खेल्दाखेरि if I'm breathing through my mouth I think I'll have a harder time.
जिब्रै अड्किन्छ
I don't know if it's the truth or not. Fact हो कि होइन चाहिँ थाहा छैन but if I am like running and if I try to breathe from my mouth, I might be relieved faster, but I'll have a harder time. I'll be out of breath quicker. So I don't know if it's right or not.
It's harder. And it's hard. Definitely it's harder.
Set boys,
set it's the
truth because I don't know it. That's why I'm like a little confused.
It's 100% right.
If I don't know something, I won't speak.
Yeah, you don't.
म त थाहा छैन भन्ने सिधै बिकज जबरजस्ती त्यो कन्भर्सेसनमा कन्ट्रिब्युट किन गर्ने कि when I don't know anything
you'll be like an idiot, arrogant.
त्यो त जबरजस्ती you don't have to contribute to every conversation.
Yeah, you don't.
You can just be like you're a viewer भएर नि हेर्नु
you learn and
you don't always have to speak something.
Exactly.
There's a like
त्यो मनी अब as I told my earlier podcast होइन like I'm no one होइन
I'm the one, yeah.
I'm no one. I'm here and I'll have people sitting beside me and I'll listen to you and I'll learn something from you. And these are Daiसँग के सिकेँ तपाईँसँग डेफिनेटली मैले केही सिक्छु होइन त्यसरी नै अब मैले
Okay, so give me one thing from yesterday that you got the best thing like हिजोको एउटा जुन तिम्रो podcast थियो त्यसलाई एउटा सुपर समराइजमा मलाई एउटा कुरा भन नेपालको इकोनोमीहरुको बारेमा
Yeah, so
you're the one thing that you loved to hear about it.
He's about what one thing that
the best takeaway.
The best takeaway from Hizuko was that how like the person that I talked to Hizo, you know, he was super honest, and he told the ins and out of the government, you know, like कसरी चाहिँ अब like हामी जहिले भन्छ के भन्छ गभर्नमेन्टले गरेन होइन तर मैले चाहिँ के लाग्यो भने he showed me a positive side to it के गभर्नमेन्टमा गभर्नमेन्टसँग होइन गभर्नमेन्ट नगरे होइन गभर्नमेन्टले गर्छ तर इट्स जस्ट वी एज युथ होइन हामीलाई के रहेछ भने गभर्नमेन्टले गरे बिकज द्याट्स सेट इन आवर ब्रेन्स राइट के अरे गभर्नमेन्टले गर्दैन बिकज द्याट्स वाट वी सी इन सोसियल मिडियाज तर फ्रम अ पर्सन हु इज बिन वर्किङ विथ द गभर्नमेन्ट होइन यु शोड मी समथिङ लाइक गभर्नमेन्ट इज नट ब्याड गभर्नमेन्टले सो द्याट्स द मेन पोइन्ट गभर्नमेन्ट इज नट ब्याड इट विल हेल्प यु अब डेफिनेटली अब एभ्रिथिङ हेज इज ओन के अरे प्रोज एन्ड कन्स होइन गुड साइड एन्ड द ब्याड साइड बट या डेफिनेटली द्याट्स वाट आई लर्न लाइक म एड लाइक दिस गभर्नमेन्ट हाम्रो गभर्नमेन्टमा के हुँदैन होइन इट्स सुपर हार्ड एभ्रिथिङ तर या द्याट्स इट द्याट्स वाट आई लर्न लाइक यु क्यान वर्क विथ द गभर्नमेन्ट होइन अनि अरू भनेको त त्यस्तै त अरू कुरा
म चाहिँ what I try to do every single time is I try to learn off of somebody. Like सबैजनाले काहीँ न काहीँबाट सिकिरहेको हुन्छ होइन so usually के हुन्छ भने just like what you said just now मेरो साथी युडी he is currently working about business development मा उसले नै हेर्दा हुन्छ कि he watches a lot of case studies, examples here and there, sabai butcha. And he comes to us and he's able to simplify it for us. Who he learns from is from Think School etauta huncha. So Think School le pani kaibata padeko huncha. Telle pani oversimplify garera after viewers like explain garcha. Viewers like my friend Yudi. So Yudi le pani tyo kura butcha and he oversimplifies it to us.
So that it's easier for you guys.
So यस्तो कस्तो हुन्छ नि I'm usually super open to learning new things. My ears are always open when like people are talking. अनि मलाई चाहिँ यसरी सिक्न मन लाग्छ के I don't necessarily have to go deep into everything, okay? Because you don't have to know everything. Know it all हुनु नि पर्दैन हैन. So some portion of it you can learn to somebody else, just like you said. Government can help you if you can work with the government wala कुरा भने. I learned that. Now if I want to learn more about it, then I can go and look at your podcast. And then त्यसपछि त्यो भन्दा नि माथि जान सक्छु and learn more about it. कसरी के भन्ने खोजेको I'm very open to learning when like things are like this, and I guess that's what we all have to be. Know it all हुनु पर्दैन जस्तो लाग्छ जिन्दगीमा. Enough sources, resources, or सबै बुझिराख्ने information, but not too little, because little knowledge is
risky,
dangerous.
Sorry, dangerous. It's dangerous. Yes,
it's a very
dangerous thing. What would you like give your 18-year-old self? Advice that you would give to your 18-year-old self?
I would tell my 18-year-old self that I'm you from 5 years later. And you're doing amazing. Keep it all up. If you didn't do what you're doing right now, 5 years later, Oscar wouldn't be as proud as I am today of myself. So if you're not gonna do it, like it's all gonna make sense. Keep pushing. I mean, I don't think we are allowed to say that. I guess like you're that time travel, like a rule. You're not allowed to say what you're gonna be later.
Yeah, don't.
Right? Because if I invent time traveling and I go back and I'll tell myself, you're gonna invent time travel, you're gonna be rich. I will not work as hard. I'll just be like, I'm gonna be rich, but why do I need to work out? So I'll just be like slacking all day long.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it does. Because tips and tricks,
you're not gonna be like, yo, this is gonna happen in your life. Then I guess I'm a firm believer that what is meant to be, it will meant to be. What is your path will come to you. But everybody is destined to be like the great human we are. Some astrology here and there ma sunira huncha ni धन कमाउने छ हैन धन नाम सबै कमाउने छ यो वाला कुरा सुन्न पाउँछ नि त हामीले त तर त्यो भन्दैमा if you don't work for it it's going to change the minute later you stop working for it.
If you stop working for it
sometimes I believe like सबैको एउटा बोर्ड हुन्छ त्यो बोर्डमा लेखेको हुन्छ डेस्टिनी अनि the moment you get to peek at the board and you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be rich anyway, why do I start working? So the moment you start slacking and the change the slack, the writing changes and he's gonna be a failure.
Don't change what God has written for you.
That I believe sabaiको destiny हुन्छ. And I'm a firm believer that again, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If you're going out, गाडीले पानी छाप्यो, it was meant to be. You couldn't have avoided it. How would you do that? तिमीलाई हुन छ भने हुन्छ के माथिबाट चराले यतापट्टि फोर गरिदिन्छ भने हुन्छ. I'll just be like, what my luck, and सफा गरे, just carry on about. But I'm not gonna let that frown the whole day. Keep it upside down.
But I remember something. Don't let others' action determine your emotions, to change your emotions. Because आफ्नो bodyलाई किन stress दिने unwanted अरूको actionsले गर्दा हैन. It's your body, control it. It's not me who said it, it's Sadhguru. I listen to him sometimes and I find it really fascinating. I stick to this early so I don't get angry there. So that's it. I'm like,
how reactive are you to your things around? Like reactive as what happens around you? What's if something just happened that's very unfortunate about in front of you? What do you do at first?
Unfortunate.
Like, immediately, are you like moving right away, or are you just still?
Honestly, I'm like, what I do is, it is what it is. I know. त्यो भन्यो move on गर्यो अब I don't. I've literally stopped like caring कि मेरोमा लाइफमा के नराम्रो भयो हैन ठीक छ यो मेरो के कारणले नराम्रो गरेको इज इट बिकज अफ मी ठीक छ मैले के कारणले नराम्रो गरेको हैन yeah if I messed it up how what did I do and I'll not do it again like it happens अब I don't want to see that how I have this thing in my mind हैन त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति like relationsहरुमा I'll just say relationsमा हैन don't get into a relationship if you cannot like control your emotions. What do you think of it?
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. Some people try to learn everything beforehand before getting into any relationship or any business or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people learn along the way. That's the way of life. You choose what you want to do as a life.
Relationship it's like relation, every kind of communication.
There's no hard and fast rule in that.
Yeah.
You know, there's never going to be any hard and fast rule, shortcuts. It's always going to be difficult.
You just avoid the negativity in your life. I know. If you have to constantly deal with it, that's unfortunate. But you're a point, but you don't have to. Anyways, so yeah, don't stress yourself because of someone else. So that's that.
Exactly. Man, it's a stress and everything else. Sabko coping mechanism and the worst thing you can do is stress yourself because of somebody else. You don't have to be a people pleaser. That's the worst thing you can do. Be a people pleaser.
That will make you unhappy.
आफ्नो सिचुएसन ठीक पार्नु नि अर्कोलाई गर्न भन्दाखेरि आफ्नो ठीक पार्नुपर्छ but there's a balance in that. I also am a very firm believer that everything सबै कुराको balance हुनुपर्छ. It's a tip of a scale जुनमा हामी यतिकै अडिरा हुन्छ so anywhere you tip it's going to tip that way. So you're going to have to make things work to be it in the right place.
So how do you balance your work life and your work life balance कसरी गर्नुहुन्छ?
So हाम्रो चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ नि we don't get off days because when you have something of your own you're not going to be on any off day. You're going to have to be aware main kura of what's happening. Luckily I have like very good co-founders, my teammates.
Your friends?
Yeah, my friends. They're very supportive, and running a business wouldn't be as easy as right now how it is. I feel like it's easier with them. If I was all on myself, I would have lacked in many areas, right? So now we've become smart enough to, know that I don't have to do everything. The other person doesn't have to do everything, and the work has to be split among people. त्यसरी सोच्छु के मैले चाहिँ. And सबैले त्यसरी सोचिरहेको हुन्छ. So that's why our work is very divided. Pressure कम हुन्छ. And
it's like people you vibe with, people you can work with, But so that made it easier for you to work. So basically, it's that.
Wait, what was the question?
How do you balance your work life? Work and life balance.
My balance is usually because of who I have as my backup. So, I know that I can rely on them. So even if I have some personal problem or anything that I have to attend, I'm always म ढुक्क हुन्छ के मेरो साथीहरु छ and I can trust them and they can handle the thing that I was supposed to do and the same thing goes to their side उनीहरुको के पर्दा हामी पनि हुन्छ. So that's the best thing I have that's the best tool I can use to balance my life. If I was doing everything on my own it wouldn't have been possible because मेरो भन न like I said the thing I do is I'm भन न अब राति नि काम गरेर चाहिँ बिहान नि काम गरेर you don't have a certain schedule for yourself. It's this thing.
If you do that you'll be full of shit, bro. Like
कसरी सक्नु नत्र
त्यही त नि. I know like do have that break in your life. You need it.
Exactly. We're so keen on moving forward that we don't
and
stop.
Fast, eh?
We always want to go forward. मलाई चाहिँ एउटा idea. I had a pictorial representation in my head. Just imagine you're in an art gallery and you're looking at a picture. I know you are this close. Are you gonna be able to understand the picture?
No.
That's you. That's you moving forward to your goals. Your goal is the picture. I know.
Yeah.
And you're looking up yahaबाट.
Yeah.
But यताबाट कसरी बुझ्छौ तिमीले त्यो art? What direction will you know that you're heading भनेर?
Wow.
And then you zoom out. You take a step back, and you see the whole picture.
Sir, this is what I'm talking about.
And you see the whole picture, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know. Asti, the same thing.
Yeah.
My friend did in an art exhibition. You did it. He was looking at every art like this, and he did the same thing. Zoom out kar rahe.
Yeah.
I know. It makes sense.
It does need.
Last
it's
time
like
I was,
life, like that's life. You're looking at life.
Same thing. I have a senior, Milan Dai, Milan Visual Arts, great photographer, content creator. My man's crazy good. And Dai Dai, we are very much talking. This is very nice. He's a very nice guy. So I often tell him that we are too focused in our goals that we always move forward, and that we forget to see the whole picture. Step back and see the whole picture. You'll know a clear direction that you know where you're going with it. Okay? You know when you're taking photos. You're a White House building ko nazik gares to photo khicha. You'll just see a small part of it. Maybe a small pillar ko eta frame huncha. You won't understand the picture. How would you understand the whole picture? By stepping out. You tana jao gare hera na. Now it makes more sense. It's a white building. It's a White House or something like that. That it makes sense. Once you don't get too lost.
You do get lost.
We always get lost.
It's
but it's okay to stop and take a breathe, take a deep breath. Just.
This is something that we can relate to the hamro work people want to get rich quick, they want to get famous quick, right? They undervalue themselves, okay? Because I've heard this a lot, I'm not in this field, tara. Suppose you do a photography work for 50,000, the same thing the other person comes and does it for 10,000, 15,000, This devalues your price, your value, and त्यो मान्छेको पनि value and overall the community ko value, okay? So I think this is something that pisses me off, okay? I don't know why, but just मलाई त के भइरहेको छैन अहिले, but I was just thinking of it, होइन? तपाईँ 50,000 charge गर्नुभयो, somebody else charge 70,000, होइन? So that next time you can charge 80,000. त्यसरी त grow गर्नु पर्ने value. Because people, I know, I did photography for a while, guys. That you know. अनि त्यति बेला अब top brandsहरूले होइन, that's when I noticed how undervalued हाम्रो models and influencers are, के? Everybody's trying to be a model and influencer, quick, they want to earn money quick, अनि यो टर्ममा चाहिँ उनीहरूले के गर्छ भने I think they undervalue themselves, के? अनि for something that you can charge 20,000, you charge only 5,000, because अब एकदमै गाह्रै छ condition भन्ने त अब it's different. So don't do that भन्छु म चाहिँ अब. What's your thought?
That's a very hot take किनभने that's what's been happening in the market. सबैजनाले I had the same talk with एकजना दिदी हुनुहुन्छ. So she's also a photographer and I had the same talk with her. She used to say that भाइ हेर सबैले मार्केटको प्राइसमा यस्तो घटाइदिसक्यो कि अब म पनि घटाउन बाध्य भइसक्यो. But what is actually happening is that once you lower your value to the market price, just जसरी जुन बेला गर्छ, you're gonna devalue yourself. Value घटाउनु आफ्नो, that's the worst thing you can do.
Worst thing.
So how I would tackle it is I would really not care about not getting clients. Than discounting my prices to the point that my effort to earning ratio is way different. Don't do effort. Earning it's useless for the 5,000-10,000 you're going to get, because that's going to be once you're living a life that requires you to pay for some certain amenities, basics in life. So that's going to be very peanuts, right? जुन लाइफस्टाइल हाम्रो जुन हुन्छ सो आई टोल्ड द्याट दिदीलाई चाहिँ मैले के भने वाइ आर यु डुइङ द्याट यदि तपाईँ मार्केटले जसरी घटायो भने तपाईँले आफ्नो भ्यालु चाहिँ किन घटाएर यु डिभ्यालुइङ योरसेल्फ फर युआर सेलिङ योरसेल्फ फर मनी एक्ज्याक्टली सकिहाल्यो this is the तपाईँ स्ट्यान्ड गर्नु you're gonna get 25,000 कसैले गर्छ 10-15,000
गर्न दियो
त्यो उलाई गर्न दियो तर you should know that
exactly
you should know that तपाईको 25,000 actually भ्यालुको छ कि छैन फेरि your value
are you overvaluing yourself
yeah exactly तपाईको कामै 10,000 को जतिको रहेछ भने 20-25,000 चार्ज गरेर पनि काम छैन नि फेरि
exactly
so before you charge anything make sure that you are there जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ
so what I would say is no please end yours like तपाईको please come to a conclusion
my thought bubble is धेरै
लामो हुन्छ हैन
भने it goes for a long time हाम्रो I'd like to say the same thing to our influencers, our models.
Everyone,
don't individual creator, MUA, hairstyle, every single body. It's a very small thing that I'd like to say.
So we're back. So our battery died, and so let's get back.
Amber takes the camera to died.
Huh?
Amber takes the camera. This camera's battery died.
Yeah, camera's battery. We can go forever, but it will not. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the. What were we saying? It's about one thing that you like to see to every influencers, models, and everyone.
Yeah. So quickly wrapping it up, one thing that I love to say is practice your skill. The money will come.
Yeah.
We've heard of this a lot, but I can guarantee you that it's true. Everybody's going to be ready to then pay a lot of money for the skill that you have.
Yeah.
So without the skill that you have, nobody's going to pay you anything unless you're really good at it. So rather than just market competitive bio. So rather than just
lowering your
prices, you can just up your game.
Don't do like don't do 3 projects. Take 1 project, but
really good ones.
Yeah.
So that's the simple thing that I can tell you guys. I'm not speaking from barso 10-20 experience but that's what I like to think, that's what I like to say, that's what I believe, and that is what I think.
It's just not you there. मैले धेरै मान्छे सोधा छु धेरै भन्नु भयो हैन like यस्तो they don't even get paid at time के हैन so yeah that's that. So यो सबै अब it'll improve only if influencers, model, everybody, they up their game, up their standards. Don't devalue your prices, everything. So
that makes really.
Moving on. Yeah, thank God it's recording.
Sure it is.
It is. What is the one advice that you would like to give to someone who is starting in your career field?
Photography, content creation.
And business too, because you do all
business mata I'm not the ace at it, so I'm not going to be in the best position.
No. As starting up, like what is the one thing that you
I'd like to say just get started with what you have. Don't wait for opportunities, make your opportunity there.
Overall like photography, content creation, everything.
Because there's no hard and fast rule, there's no secret that's going to get you there, but one thing that is going to help you is just get started. Don't wait for that window, okay? You have to go small. I know. Like board sakesi garchu ma. But that's just going to be another excuse for you to say ni अब exam सुरु हुन लाग्यो exam सक्यो ल अब admission को time छ गर्छु अहिले रमाइलो गर्ने टाइम हो अहिले पछि गर्छु it just goes on forever. So start early, main कुरा. That's like we said it before, you start early, you get the head start, best into the head start paunalai. Even if like people are just starting out, you've already failed once or twice and you have all the knowledge, all the experience you already have. So they use gonna buy it. So just get started early. First to get started, second get started early, as early as possible. Just get started now if you can.
I mean, what should they be ready for? Start early the good. What should they be prepared for?
They should be prepared for the fact that it's not all glitter and gold. It's a very difficult road. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say it's gonna be fun all the time. Obviously it's fun, but It's very, very difficult at times. You know, sometimes many a times you're gonna be like, you know, realizing that, oh my god, this is very hard. It's not as easy as it looks. Paisa kahaबाट आउँछ हैन? It's a lot of questions that's gonna come to your head. So yeah.
Start slow.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it always. But the thing that it's gonna be hard. It's your journey. You have to take responsibilities.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to, you know, face your challenges. Don't run away from your challenges. It's gonna be the hardest thing you're gonna do. Face the, you know, the challenges, the face gorso, but you might not know, you might not be prepared, everything else. But yes, you are gonna have a lot of, you know, problems.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everything that you have said so far, it aligns. Like, look at the bigger picture, begin the better picture, and especially take planned risks. I know. Start early, take planned risks, and you look at the better picture. Don't rush it. Yeah. So I think that's something that I found ekdamai fruitful. I know. You got a takeaway. I think it's the picture thing. Like, don't.
It hits you.
It hits you, exactly.
You realize, boys, it's on. Oh my god, चस्मा खोलेर सोच्नु पर्ने बाध्यता.
I know, because I'm a really impatient guy के, अनि त्यसले कति कुरा बिगार्दो रहेछ के impatient.
I'm also very super impatient. मलाई त हुन्छ नि वर्षौ भरिको काम कहिलेकाहीँ एक रातमै गर्न मन लाग्छ के, but that's not gonna make it. That's not consistency. Like you have 365 days in a year. Maybe you have 365 different type of work to do. If you do it all in one day, that's just one day of effort. No consistency within it. And you're going to be empty for the rest of your year. And 365 days they said, yeah, I would like to sometimes think of it that way, to ground myself. I ground myself a lot. You know, people compliment your work here, there, yo, you're so good, you're so great, but I accept it, I thank them for it, but I often tell myself that, yeah, that's nice, but you still have a lot more to do.
Yeah,
like snap out of that delusion. I'm the best. You need grounding. People need grounding.
That's how you improve.
Once you get grounded, oh my god, it's still hit on some. But think about it. Just you know, we know the basics of share market. You do, right?
Yeah.
So it's up. Suddenly there's a down. And not even bare the research and a correction on
yeah.
But down, this downward movement it's still some progress. Okay? Same thing with life, just like because you have to. It's just you're in a trampoline, the harder you fall back down, the higher you're gonna go back up.
True.
And so you go even deeper. And then you even bounce even higher. But you have to go back down to go even higher sometimes. But they said in Sosan, there's like, you know, I try to think of like relate to a lot of things, man. Like, you know, basically just trying to ground myself. I give myself a pep talk. So yeah, I have to be try to be as humble as possible, because that's going to help you a lot. Humble boy when I say realize gonna help like if you are like, you know, you will see more windows and opportunities to learn.
It opens up a lot of
humble boy. Okay, I'm not the best. What can
you're
I do
willing
better?
To listen, yeah.
What can I do better? Like when you're humble, you're open to change. And if somebody has an advice, you can actually take it on. And it's a practice. One day you'll get it even better. A lot of things. It's a good lesson to be, like, you know,
learn, yeah.
Self-reflect. Let's not go too deep, because I'll end up not speaking again.
For a while. I thought, yeah, everything that we see, and it might sound weak to someone, you know, like, because we are like young, we're like improving every day.
Yeah.
I know.
There's one more thing I'd like to say when we say we're young.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. You know, I was 18.
Yeah.
And I was like taking photos here and there.
Was it?
I used to tell myself when I was not adequate enough, right? I used to tell myself, यार सम्म 18 वर्ष त छु अझै टाइम छ सिक्नलाई I told myself to comfort myself then 20 मा त्यही भने 22 मा त्यही भने I'm just 22 yeah other people aren't even doing shit भन्थ्यो but I just realized that it took me 5 years and if I'm still thinking that way it's going to be the same thing पछि समय म बल्ल 30 म बल्ल 40 त्यो भन्दै गयो भने त you can go like गएकै हुन्छ नि यस्तो तरिकाले त
हैन I was like
you'll tell these kind of things to comfort yourself okay it's an excuse रहेछ जस्तो लाग्छ के आफैलाई म भर्खर 18 त छु मान्छेले 18 मा के गरेछ हामीले देखेको छैन
तर that's where like I think I know you're comparing yourself with someone else I know you compare yourself I know with you के त्यो भएपछि अनि are you improving every day I know you don't have to improve every day are you learning something I know doesn't necessarily have to like improve you I know आफूसँग compare गर and if you think you're going in a steady flow you think you can maintain it then just realize कि every day you don't have to work your ass off you don't have to learn every single day you're young you can take it slow but don't stop don't compare yourself with other people
like keep moving
yeah
like you know a rolling stone gathers no moss keep moving you'll be there in no time तर मेन कुरा कहीँ जानु पर्यो अगाडि बढ्यो पछाडि बढ्यो जानु चाहिँ पर्यो
you lose your confidence if you compare yourself with मलाई तपाईसँग कम्पेयर गर्दा हुन्छ हैन किनकि तपाईको त 5 years of experience छ हैन फोटोग्राफी म भर्खर छिरेर हैन ए म त दाइ जस्तो कस्तो खिच्दै सकिन भनेर if I do that obviously म त अब before even if I start I quit हैन I don't want to do that I'm comparing myself to me so this is something I learned मैले पनि भर्खरै सिकायो हैन त्यसरी नै अब
when you're comparing you just try to take the good parts नराम्रो पार्ट नलिनु हैन don't compare भन्छ
you be happier
you can compare but त्यो तिम्रो नलेजले तिमी के गर्छौ पछि you have to take the knowledge and apply it somewhere
yeah त्यो त obviously
compare गर्नु पनि राम्रै हुन्छ
knowledge without a vision is bullshit like knowledge without vision is totally useless त्यो चाहिँ मैले I found it really interesting
धेरै कुरा हुन्छ so a lot of things it goes म त कहिलेकाहीँ के लाग्छ नि when we think too much we do very less that's why we have a lot of stories about how like you know कार्टुनहरुमा हेर्दा नि पहिला एउटा ओभर स्मार्ट हुन्छ नि एउटा चाहिँ एकदम रेगुलर पर्सन हुन्छ अनि त्यो ओभर स्मार्टलाई जहिले नि आउट स्मार्ट गरिदिन्छ नि एकदम नर्मल पर्सनले you've heard of that cartoons same kura with the rabbit and the turtle race the rabbit is so confident that he's going to win it but he rests and until he finds like turtle le jidisakya huncha त्यसै हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ कहिलेकाहीँ so sometimes you just don't think about it just go for it happens that happens a lot of times
दाइले पनि अब if he had compared himself with किशोर कास्ता हाम्रो फोटोग्राफर दाइ सक्दैन दाइ would have been like का सक्ने गर्दैन so step by step you'll get there guys compare to yourself अब अरूसँग के don't compare but learn from others like somebody who's bigger and greater than you
you always have to be open to like
learning new things त्यो चाहिँ मैले तपाईँ सिकायो होइन you're like you have been somewhat of a mentor to me too
and I mean like when you guys say things like that अरू भाइ यता उता भन्न हुन्छ क्या but I just like to tell them that मैले अहिले जे भन्नु छु नि that might be true for present day Oscar future Oscar ले त्यो कुरा ठ्याक्कै उल्टो पनि सोच्न सक्छ भन्न खोजेको it's going to be true for me हैन but मैले जे कुरा एडभाइस दिन्छु नि might not 100% be right
that's where
तिमीले त्यो लिने हो and then you have to like you know take the best part of it advice लिने हो but now you have to implement it differently जस्तो लाग्छ के what suits you मलाई चाहिँ के भन्नुहुन्थ्यो भने when I was starting my gym workout here and there मेरो आको दाइले सोचिरहन्थ्यो कि कसरी गर्ने यो गर्ने त्यो गर्ने कसरी गर्ने मलाई भन्नु मलाई यस्तो हुन्छ भने but all he used to tell was भने like मैले भन्न त भनिदिन्छु but that's not always going to be the same for you same for me बडीमा डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ त्यहाँबाट कोर कुराहरू लिने हो then you have to modify it for yourself आफूलाई you can be different for you what works for someone else might not work for you
exactly
very simple
योबाट पनि you're listening to this हैन अहिले यहाँबाट पनि you take whatever suits you the most. I know, whatever you and implement it.
Don't take 100% of what I say. You know, and if you just take 100% of what I say, you're just gonna be me.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be you.
Exactly.
Right?
And don't be someone else.
And don't be someone else. Just be you. Just be you.
Yeah. With that, I think we've come to an end of this podcast. I
have to get back to work. My people are waiting.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Dai. It was a wonderful time.
Yeah.
So
good
much
to
fun.
see you, Bigyan.